What's up?
What's poppin', everybody?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
What's up,
I'm
fellas?
doing good. I'm doing real good.
Oh
What's
my
up,
God,
y'all?
I didn't get the memo. You know, maybe I should. And you know what? The shade is, I
I
have
got
a
the friend.
haircut, and I should have
See?
got ready. Damn it!
Come on.
I didn't get the
Y'all got a
memo.
cut this week.
You got it though. You got that fade
I'm
going
trying.
on.
Yeah.
I'm trying. We all
So
got that.
y'all on the
But my
print?
head be looking so big. But anyway, let's go. Let's go foreheads today. Is everybody forehead out, bitch?
My forehead, boom.
What is popping though? Y'all look so good. I'm so happy every time I see y'all. Every Sunday, I be so happy to see my boys. You guys are like my brothers from another mother.
Yes, you know,
For
air
sure,
hug.
for sure. I miss y'all. I miss seeing y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? How was y'all week?
It was
Well,
cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, my
Sean.
week was cool. I went on a vacation. You know, I went out of the city for a little bit, got to zen, got to meditate. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool.
Where did you go?
I went back to where my mom stays at, close by Fort Hood, Texas, the Air Force Base. Mm-hmm.
So what did you do? Like, what was
nothing?
the
There's nothing there. So that's why it's one of them places where you can be there, chill with mom, and like relax. You know?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because I do a lot during the week, so I'm like, you know, I do need to take a break sometimes. So
yes, being a therapist, that's a lot of energy that you take on. So I could only imagine.
Mm-hmm. That's why I stay prayed up.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Mouse, told you.
Amen. Keep us in.
It's been pretty good. I feel a little out of place right now because I'm not at home. So anytime I'm not at home and I'm out of the state, I feel a little weird. I feel a little off. I'm used to having my routine. You know, I get up, I do what I do. I go to the gym, eat my fruits, and I don't know. It's just I have to go to the grocery store. I have to get this. I have to do that. I have to put things together. But yeah, I'm in a secret location visiting with someone.
Secret location. I like that. Come on.
Secret location.
Yes, the secret location.
The secret location.
Definitely visiting with someone.
Like great. A guy?
Yeah, a guy.
Oh.
And he already went to the grocery store, but it's still.
Is he vegan too?
No, he's not vegan.
Oh.
Yeah, but he does what needs to be done.
So are you having your tangerine and oil?
Tangerine and sea moss.
Yeah.
I'm having all types of fruits, all types of things.
Nuts.
Nuts and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm excited to be here and I'm very happy right now. But at the same time, I can't wait to go home and because I'm in a cooler environment right now. It's cool everywhere pretty much, right? Compared to Miami.
Oh, so you're not even in Miami?
No.
Oh, you're in a real secret location.
Yeah.
Secret location.
But yeah, that's me right now. I feel weird. I feel like out of place, you know? It's weird. I can't just go to the beach. How are you doing, Jalan?
I'm good. I had a pretty chill week. I had a day off this week from school and shit, so I had a nice little day off. I got my wallet stolen this week.
Okay.
That was a little downer, but it's cool. I canceled my cards. I did what I had to do, but like I said, every week I'm here. So
did you have to get your ID replaced and all of that?
Nah. So actually, some guy who lives like in the complex called me and said his dog was smelling something in the bush, and he found my wallet.
What?
My social was in it. Exactly. But my social was in there, my IDs, my credit cards, debit cards, everything was in there. They took all my cards, but they gave me back all my, they ditched it. And some man just legit found my ID and hit me up on Facebook.
That's crazy.
That's still good though, because the ID is hard to get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And the social too, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a process. Yeah.
Maybe you dropped it because I can see somebody stealing that.
I did. I dropped it on the way out, and by the time I got to where I was going to the store, I was getting notifications on my phone that people was using my card in an Italian restaurant. Yes. So I'm like, I start checking my pockets in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? While it's gone.
And they didn't take your ID and social. Those are some idiots.
I mean, honestly, that's what I said too. But
that's that petty theft. That's what that is. Petty, that cheap money.
Right. So by the end of the night, some Navy dude hit me up on Facebook and was like, man, I came across your wallet. Are you free to meet up? I'm like, yeah. So got my wallet back. We good. So I canceled the cards, disputed some charges, and it was all good.
Okay, period. For me, you know what? This week was a little bit of a blur now that I think about it. I don't think there was anything too exciting that happened or anything too daunting that happened. It just kind of came and it went. Oh, well, I went and got a COVID test. That sucked. I did not like that.
Which way did you get your test? Like,
in my ass. No, I'm just kidding. No. But so I got it twice. One before my surgery, and then I recently got another one because I had went out, and then my friend was like sick, and it's like scaring me. I'm like, bitch, are you okay? Like, girl, I gotta go. I was around you, bitch. Let me go get a test. So anyway, long story short, I get the COVID test, but it was the one where they stick it in all the way to the back. I'm like, mind you, I don't like any of that, right? So I'm like, she like just here. I didn't understand why she was giving me this packet with a napkin, and she was like, "This is a tissue in case your nose runs." I'm like, "Girl, I got the test. My nose is not going to run." And she's like, "Lean back," and I'm like, "Okay," but you know, I'm thinking it's the Q-tip for this one. Miss Mama said, I said, "Bitch, what is this?" And she's like, "Sir, I need you to stand still." I'm like, "You're not done." I'm like, "Okay, let me stand still." So I'm trying to woo, so I take a deep breath. She's putting it back to her, and I'm like, "Girl, like, are you done?" Like, but she kept going. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm so sorry. She said, "Sir, we need you to relax." I said, "Okay." So she tried to do it again. It didn't work. So then she restrained me like this and shoved it down. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I felt so violated. I will never get a COVID test again unless I need it.
In the weirdest
way. At the CVS, they let you do it yourself.
Really?
But you got to stick it down?
But I think there's more trust. I mean, obviously in yourself.
They watch you do it.
That don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would have never done that. I would have never been able to stick that down my nose. I'd have did the swab, but I can't stick no shit now. That wouldn't work. But yeah, the COVID test.
Yo.
Yeah. It was an experience.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into these topics. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I don't know if you guys can see him on StreamYard, but I want to see all the members. Oh, you know what? It's not showing for the members. We know we got some new emojis now. I want to see the voice chat emojis. I want to see the voice chat emojis in the chat. I don't know if you guys can see them because this is StreamYard, so I don't know if they're going to show up the right way. But let's see if I want to. Oh, you can't see them on here.
Yeah,
they're not gonna show right. Damn, you gotta look on YouTube. All right, damn.
I seen them earlier though. I seen them.
They're so cute. I like the little voice chat. The little voice chat is so cute. Yeah, but you can't see them on here, so you gotta go back and look in the chat. So anyway, let's get to our topics today. We got a lot to talk about. But the first things that I want to get out the way, we got to talk about this cover by Doja Cat that she did with V Magazine. Talk about a motherfucking magazine cover.
She ate that. She body.
It's just so futuristic. It's so futuristic. It's ahead of its time. I mean, but that's how her music is. Her music is timeless. And that cover, that's it.
Megan Thee Stallion, this is a fucking cover. You know what I mean?
But you know, Doja Cat is more artistic anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
definitely.
I can definitely see this for her.
Is a cover.
She's very artistic.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cover, but for me, maybe because I don't really know what Doja Cat looks like, I just can't see her. Like Megan Thee Stallion, that was just her plain and clear.
So you can't see her in that.
She's covered up, huh?
Yeah, you can't see her in it. Like you can see it, but you can't. Okay, I see. Yeah, I get it.
Like, is that?
I mean, the face definitely.
Like, I'm sure that's her bone structure. I know she did the poses, but I'll give Megan Thee Stallion some credit. This is not a natural photo.
I mean, but that's true. But it's not meant to be though, and it's bad.
It's not.
It really is. Like, it really is, and it's moved. Oh my gosh, that's a badass picture.
It's dope.
I'm not a big Doja Cat fan, but I can't deny that this is a good cover. But something about her just doesn't resonate with me.
And then the tentacle looks like it's coming out at you. Like, she got it going on. She's doing it.
What is it? Is it her solid music?
The branding is on point. That's what it is too. Her branding.
You know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't like her personality.
What about her personality? Don't you like?
It's not even that. It's not even that I don't like it. I just don't think that I just don't think she would be my type of girl that I would kick it with, because I just feel like she'll like passively aggressively say some shit like that'll have me like, bitch, did you just try it? Like, you know what I mean? Like she's one of those kind of like, I don't know, like I always would feel like I'm like, are you trying it, bitch? Or are you being just funny? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I love her quirky. I love her quirkiness though. I love it.
She comes off as like a mixture of quirky and spacey. You know what I'm saying? I like that because I'm a little bit like that too. So it's just like I can vibe with that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but you guys you're not like this.
I mean, no, not that far off. You know,
it's entertaining though. I love it.
Yeah, that's how she expresses herself.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think that we give her a lot of credit, and I'm just like the music, the rap. It's just like it's so Nicki Minaj, Harajuku, Barbie, and I'm like, girl.
Yeah, it's like Pink Friday, Nicki.
It's very like, girl. That's not.
It's
new.
just animated.
But Nicki Minaj been doing
I'll give it animated. I'll give it that.
That's Harajuku Barbie.
But I don't think of her as a rapper. I think
of her as
she's doing very, very well. I don't like her music, but she's doing very well. And I like her music more than I like Nicki Minaj's music back then.
Back then, she said.
Back then, I like Nicki Minaj
that
now
era,
today,
during
but
that era.
I like Trina and other artists. I didn't like Nicki Minaj yet. For me, I'm weird.
I mean, but Trina's from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of
you have to prove yourself to me. I like to have listen to people who have a catalog. You know, like have albums, not just one album. So I kind of wait to see how the artist develops, because I know each album can be so different. And I grew to like Nicki, but I like Doja Cat more instantaneously than I like Nicki instantaneously. But Nicki did clear that field and make it able for people like Doja to exist. So I acknowledge that. Yeah. I like Doja as a person. I don't care about her personality, but I'm not a big fan of her music. It's too gimmicky for me. That's what it is. It's just not my style. But I like her.
It seems so genuine. I don't understand that.
To me, I don't know. When I listen to the music, like that song,
she seems multifaceted. Like
that song, my style. Streets. When that beat hits in your car with that bass, I'm telling you, it's like a wave. You know what I'm saying?
She's a star. The first song I heard of her was when I was in college. I was on like LSD or something like that, and a song of hers came on. It was just so beautiful.
Was it So High? I think it was like So High.
I think so. It was just a beautiful song. I was just like, wow, who is this?
Yes.
And then she like kind of changed up, and I was like, oh, okay. But that's all I know of her. Just a euphoric kind of singer. She's cool, just not my style.
I love her versatility. Like anything that she drops is different from the previously whatever she dropped. Like anything she drops,
she should never have been on Pussy Talk. She should never have been on Pussy Talk.
No.
I disagree.
But you know what though? I don't really like her on Pussy Talk because she wasn't even really there. You know what I'm saying? Like her presence wasn't really felt in the song.
She made that song, y'all. What are y'all talking about?
That song really ain't all that good to begin with. Like it got on my nerves. I'm just being honest. It got on my nerves.
How? They didn't even give it play.
I know, because it was getting on other people's nerves as well.
She definitely was not needed on Pussy Talk. I think that song was a banger before Doja Cat got involved. Right. And I just don't think that I don't know. That's why I don't do the Doja. She got cute songs, but I don't know. I'm trying to get into her. I just can't. I just don't get in her like that. But I can't deny that she's very talented and she has a beautiful singing voice. I just can't get into her though. Like, but she has good songs, right? But I'm just like, I don't know what she posts. Like, I don't follow her. I'm not interested.
Let me tell you something though. I admire her resilience. You know what I'm saying? When she went through that whole scandal and stuff, that would have brought a lot of people down, and she kept going. So she started to rise again.
She paid for it though. She definitely paid for it.
But she's still, pushing through, which is cool. You know, a lot of people fall and don't get up.
True. Well, that's that on that. Now, speaking of, pushing through.
Let's get into the hot topics.
Let's get into it. Now, okay, so we're going to let's get into the gay shit, okay? Now, today's conversation is going to be a triggering conversation, a little bit.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. I mean, because before we get into that, let's just get to this Lil Nas X shit, and then we'll get to the other. Because let's get to the bullshit real quick, then we'll get to the part. All right. So
Yeah, so a lot of y'all may have seen or may not have seen the Tekashi and Lil Nas X situation. So Lil Nas X Tekashi pretty much commented under Academic's post and said it was about the China getting butt swabs, and Tekashi commented under the post and said Lil Nas X has entered the chat. So Lil Nas took it upon himself to post screenshots of when allegedly Tekashi DM'd him twice. The first time he says, yo, and the second time Tekashi sent the message, he was like, what's up? I'm gonna be in your city soon. What you doing? With a smiley face and a heart. And Lil Nas posted it and was like, this you? And caused a bunch of uproar. So yeah.
And this is what Tekashi said.
Right here. Before this shit even start, we're gonna nip this shit in the. It's my gram right here. 6ix9ine, this my account. Let's go. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Look. Stop playing with me, son.
But why does he say accept?
But you know what's throwing me off about the thing, though? Why does it say accept?
That's what I said. Lil Nas had to send him a message back too, though.
You delete
but it's not in his primary messages though, which means that he's either trying to hide something or they really weren't talking like that.
But I
can go to anybody's Instagram. I can go to anybody's Instagram right now, and it will not say accept, decline. Because they didn't send me a message.
Right.
If they sent you a message, it's going to say accept, decline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like one of them lying or both of them lying. You know
what I'm saying? Or did they plan that?
I wouldn't
put
it past 6ix9ine.
That could be
I
it
wouldn't
too.
put it past 6ix9ine.
I hope they're both straight.
I wouldn't put it past Lil Nas.
But I think the point is what we're saying is Lil Nas X had to have sent Tekashi a message in order for Tekashi to have the option to accept or message first.
Decline.
Yes, Lil Nas X had to send a message first because you can't,
or just in return because it's not just going to say.
People are very aware of their brands.
It's not going to say accept or decline unless the opposite party sent the message to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, period.
These people are very aware of their brands. They're not just doing silly things with their Instagram brand. Instagram is not just the social media anymore. For these people, when you get to 26 million followers, that's a brand right there. People pay you thousands of dollars to advertise on there. I mean, I don't think they
it could be a little something, though. Back in March of last year.
I don't think they do things unplanned.
I think it would have been good for us to see maybe the date of everything. I think that maybe Tekashi...
The dates, they up there.
It is? What was the date?
Yeah, the date's up there and back of March of last year.
Wow, okay.
Tekashi 6ix9ine was on live, and Lil Nas X commented, he looking kind of cute, or something of that nature. And then a couple months later, in October, Tekashi DM'd him and said, yo. And then, I want to say just a few weeks ago, in February, he sent him the last message, like, what you doing? I'm going to be in your city soon.
Yeah.
So I mean,
y'all think Tekashi will hook up with Lil Nas X? Like,
like I said, I would not put it past.
I would not
put it past.
Doesn't you wear lace front wigs and sew-ins and stuff?
So do Lil Nas X.
Yeah, I mean, but Lil Nas X is open. Yeah. Lil Nas X is open though. He's open about his stuff. Tekashi.
But you don't think Tekashi is his brand?
It's not that I don't think so, but one is obviously more open than the other. Lil Nas X said that he was. You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't Tekashi want gays behind him? This would be an easy win for him. He can do anything. He's like Donald Trump. He can do whatever he wants. Him coming out as gay would not hurt his career, I don't think.
It won't. I don't think it will.
I mean, he's already a snitch.
I think so. If he's a rapper, I do think
he's a snitch. He wears rainbow. He doesn't even rap. He screams. Come on, have you heard his music?
But at the same time, though, however you define him, he's not good at it. That's my opinion.
But at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge
they're toying with us.
They're both trolls. That's what I'm saying. So they're both big trolls. So it could be just a scam. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely toying with us, trying to get some attention. That's all right.
Do we think Tekashi is cute though? I think he's cute, and I got rags for that.
If you squint just a little bit, he's cute.
I think Tekashi is cute.
Everybody has what makes them attractive.
He's cute in the face. For sure.
Let me tell you something. I grew up in San Antonio, so Hispanics look like my cousins. So I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
You look good in the face.
I think it's the beard and the veneers.
It's the veneers.
It's the money.
Now, I've always liked the veneers.
It's the talk.
The veneers have always been my thing because they are bad. White, all white, crystal. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks good. That's the first thing you notice.
Somebody said, "What are y'all smoking?"
Look, I think you can find something attractive in everyone, really.
I mean, yeah,
I don't
that's
like
true.
his build. I think he's very bad built.
His
boxing. Yeah, he's bad built, but he's cute in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can keep that. Mm-mm.
But Lil Nas X is cute too. I used to think he was cute, but I think
he's so much cuter.
Lil Nas X is
he's
cute.
Beyond cute.
I think it's the money for me that makes him cuter now.
Not to me.
The personality.
He's
personality. I like the personality. He comes off as honest. You know what I'm saying? Like very straightforward, and he doesn't really necessarily care what other people think. And I appreciate that because it's like an honest, raw personality.
He's became cute over the course of the past months.
Because he's being more honest. He's opening.
He's working out.
Yeah, like he's that too physically. Yeah.
Yeah, he's young, right?
He's like 20.
He's growing into himself.
Yeah,
he's growing into himself.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think that he has to be hella gay though. Like, you know what I mean? I just hope he doesn't start to try to feel like he needs to be like, like just.
I mean, but even if he does, I guess that'd be him. I mean, I guess is it still him or that's
but that might
if he does start to do that, you know.
That might be his branding though. Yeah, that might be his branding though too. Because who else is going to be doing something like that? You know, maybe he did have to keep himself.
What's next for him? He probably wants to figure out what's next. Like
no one really carries themselves like Lil Nas X like that.
He's awesome.
That's up there.
He's awesome. Yes.
I like him.
I like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I like him.
But I don't like his music too much.
Let's get him on the show.
His music just doesn't really stick too much. I'm with.
I love him.
You know me. I'm like, let's. Can we get him?
Right.
But speaking of, I think this is a good segue though now to go into our other topic because this damn microphone will not stand up. Okay, so this will be a good segue to our next topic because we were talking about Lil Nas X being feminine and going overtly feminine to be in the industry, which is now a bigger conversation. All right, and so this is what I was saying earlier. This is going to be. We got a couple of topics here. That kind of basically touch on our bigger conversation that we're trying to have. And that is, are gay men, trying to erase women? Okay. And so that is the bigger question. Do we feel like men now in today's society are trying to erase the women? Now, I want you guys to think about that. We're going to go through a couple articles really, really quickly. We're not going to dig too deep into each one, but we're just going to kind of hit and miss them and then have the broader conversation. Is that cool? All right. So boom. So the first topic we got is China. Let me add it. Let me see if I can get it here. Okay. So China proposes educating boys on masculinity amid changing gender roles. China's education ministry is making headlines after suggesting young Chinese men have become too feminine, blaming China's male celebrities and their influence. With their proposal to prevent the feminization of male adolescents, the ministry calls on schools to fully reform their curriculums on physical education and to better screen their teachers. They suggest recruiting retired athletes and those with sporting backgrounds to cultivate students' masculinity. What do you guys think about that?
It's not going to work. I don't know why they're doing that. That's not going to work. All it's going to do is it's going to make those boys hide who they are. You're just suppressing it.
But what are they saying?
I think it's very regressive. I don't think it's. Yeah,
exactly.
There's masculine gay. It's not about your sexuality. It's about you being masculine.
Teaching them masculine ways.
But think about China's intention. China has never been a fluid country. That's never been the case.
But I think with the rise of a lot of the Asian celebrities today, like the Asian celebrities I see are the K-pop stars. I know it's different, but they're still Asian, and they're very feminine, very non-binary.
It's because of them. That's part of the reason why they're putting that into effect. China has never been a fluid country. Never.
Right.
We're definitely a lot more fluid than they are. So this is strictly to make sure that their men do not turn gay. Their boys don't grow up to be gay.
I don't know if it's about being gay or if it's about doing certain things that a man would do. You know what I mean? Like,
they know what they're doing.
But Miles, they've always been. They've always been into population control. How many kids can you have in China?
Don't they value their males more than their girls or no?
But that's what I'm saying.
Do they? I'm asking.
So they want them to be.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, they probably want to, make sure the masculinity is strong, so the household's strong, kind of thing. I don't see it as being a gay thing.
But even with that, think about that. They want to procreate more men. How are you going to procreate more men when men are getting with men? You get what I'm saying? I don't agree.
But I don't think it's about being gay. I think it's about just feminine men. There's feminine straight men.
They've always been in the population control, Miles. I'm telling you.
So what do you?
That is their thing. They're on that dictator type shit.
So you don't think that this will work?
No.
To me, it seems like they just want to teach fundamental things. Is this like electrotherapy, or did I not hear something?
I think it'll work for the outside. I think it'll help them mask their.
But is this are you offended? Is anybody offended by them doing this?
But what
it's not surprising. So no,
it's not surprising. It's not surprising. If it came from us, if it came from the U.S., yes. But I agree with Jaylon. But in China, they've always been strict like that. So no, it's not surprising. So I mean,
China.
I'm not.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I support it. You know what I mean?
Positive things of masculinity. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
I support it. And this is kind of leading up to our conversation. I support that men should be, men. Like I think that we are at a point where men now are, like everything is starting to be like super feminine with men now. I feel like men are literally. I personally, before we even get to the bigger question, you know me, bitch. I'm on it. I feel like these men are out here trying to replace women. I do,
and I do. Themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They should be able to be themselves, whether they're straight or gay. You know what I'm saying?
You can still be yourself and learn how to be a man.
But you know what? That all boils down to nature versus nurture, though. It all boils down to nature versus nurture. Because I mean, if somebody is going to grow up to be trans or be fluid, they're going to be fluid or trans regardless of the influence.
Right. So that's why I'm saying if they're not trying to change their sexuality. What's the bad thing about teaching them positive?
But it's coming
from
it's coming from their intention. It's coming from their intention. It's their intention.
But I think the issue is they're saying like a lot of the big celebrities, like the Chinese pop stars, they're walking around
wearing influence.
Yeah, they're walking around with a lot of makeup and they're being more feminine than they are masculine. So a lot of the men, the young boys, are growing up thinking this is what we should look like now. So they're just saying, well, let's normalize, just as though you guys can normalize wearing makeup and things like that. Why can't we normalize boys looking like traditional boys? I don't see that's a problem.
Right.
Why do we have to normalize men wearing makeup and eyeliner? We don't why? If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
If they feel like it relates to them, then it relates to them. Though. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm not.
They're not restricting it.
When I was growing up, if it was something I didn't want to do, I didn't do it. But if it's something I related to, I was influenced by it, so I did it. So it made me feel more comfortable within myself. So,
but at the same time, though, there are different kinds of gay people. And we could have all been around the same kind of gay person. Like I have an uncle who's gay and he's different than me, but I didn't turn out like him. You know what I'm saying? It really is who you are on the inside and how you decide to exude yourself and show yourself. China's intention is to try to fix that and manage it and make masculinity something that the boys will have so they can population control. They've always been like that. You can look in the history books. It's always been like that.
I don't see a problem with training the younger guys to be more. I don't see a problem with trying to teach the boys how to be more masculine and stronger. And I'm not offended. You can still be gay.
Things. Like you can be in your feminine, but sometimes you got to be in your masculine too. I mean, and if you don't really know how to use it and be in it in a positive, healthy way, I mean, I'm waiting for the negative part, like the electroshock therapy or something. They're bringing sports athletes to coach the kids.
I just don't like China's intention. I understand what you guys are saying, and if they had those same intentions, that would be cool.
But we looking at it through between the lines. You know what I'm saying? We looking at the bigger picture, like what they really trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
But what are they trying to do? What do you mean by population control? Because like they only
without the help of a woman, can two gay men have a kid? Without the help of a woman and her body parts.
Do you know our population should be controlled?
It's a yes or no answer though. It's a yes or no answer.
Oh, of course, no. I mean, I didn't think I'd really like to answer.
That's what they're trying to do. That's their intention.
To control the population. They have 1 billion people there. They need to get to work.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Do you know the world we're living in? We can't keep up with the way we're living. Our population is going to get controlled one way or the other, naturally or by our government. We better brace ourselves.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Because we can circle back to all of this.
Yeah, what's the next one?
The next one is Zaya Wade. While we're just on while we're on here, Zaya Wade sat down with Michelle Obama, and let's take a look at what she had to say.
What advice do you have for teens who want to be themselves and thrive, like you have and currently are?
Well, like you have and currently are, you know. I mean, you know, I am just so proud of you, you know, being just an amazing role model and embracing your truth, right? You're already doing this, so maybe this is for some other young people that are listening.
I feel.
But let me just say, it does take time to know what your self is, you know, for young people. So my first piece of advice is be patient with yourself. You know, number one, you know, at your age or in the teenage years and probably through your 20s, you're going to be experimenting.
So I wanted to ask you.
Wait a minute, Michelle, were you kind of saying that Zaya was
versions of yourself, right?
I heard that.
Just
too.
a sprinkle of that, you know, sprinkle
Right.
of, you know, you might change
They're
that.
learning more about their intellect. They're learning about what they love, what they're good at, what they like. This is the period of exploration, right? And sometimes we put too much pressure on teenagers to know who you're going to be. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
That's what I write. It was a question that I hated. Like, how am I supposed to? I'm 13. I'm 12. You're not supposed to know yet. Your job now as a teenager is not to have it all figured out, but to give yourself space and time to learn and grow. So that means you want to try a lot of things on. You want to read a lot of good books. You want to, you know, you want to experiment with different friends and connect with people who are not like you sometimes, because sometimes it's the people who aren't like you who will show you a part of yourself with so many versions of
now,
yourself.
what do you think Michelle Obama was saying here?
I think she's being a little shady. It was a little shady. It was a little shady. It was a little shady.
What do you guys think Michelle was saying?
I feel like she's accepting her for who she is.
Kids her age really.
Right at this moment, she's accepting her for who she is, but she's leaving it open for you're just a kid, so you might change. So there's a little bit of salt in that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's salt. I just think it's truth. You know, like
it is true. It is true.
She was kind of saying that this is a
Zaya's
phase.
whole
You know
movement.
what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I got. Like she was kind of low key saying like it's kind of like a phase.
Well, she
like,
said it's kind of like it could be a phase. Like it could.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: she wasn't directly referring to being trans, but I feel like what she was saying subliminally undercut Zaya's whole movement. Like you shouldn't know who you are at this age. You know what I mean? Things like that, and she feels like she knows who she is.
I can see that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But of course, she's not going to say anything because it's Michelle Obama. So you're just going to kind of,
like,
you know.
Now again,
in.
and I could be wrong, and I could be reaching, I could just be being messy, but I'm just have to ask, just for the sake of commentary and content. Now, do you think that this is interesting? Because I don't know how many young girls Michelle Obama has sat down with and interviewed in this way, or let interview her. So, do you think that there is this push for, you know, the new young girl to be a transgender? Like, is this an agenda push here?
I think the agenda is to be yourself.
It's the acceptance piece. You know, it's the unconditional.
Actually, like living in your truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But are there not black girls that live in their truth and that don't get these opportunities? Like, why is this?
But see, that's exactly what it is.
Breaking like certain
this is like
standards. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
You don't really
get those
see transgender
12-year-olds,
13-year-olds. You don't really see that often.
I don't think this is the agenda, but I think there's some sort of agenda. But I don't think this is necessarily the agenda necessarily. You know what I mean?
I think the agenda is acceptance. I think it's just acceptance for who you are at the present moment. It could change,
Okay.
but accept yourself for who you are so you can really figure out who you are. When you repress and deny stuff, that's when you start having problems when you get older. And it's harder to, be able to figure out who you are when you're older than when you're younger.
And Michelle Obama wants to be seen too. Come on now. She's a celebrity now. She's
really
always kind
is,
of
though.
been that kind of motherly figure too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe she hasn't done that exactly with someone else, but she's done things like it. I feel like.
Hold on, y'all. Oh
Isn't
no,
she
keep
the one
y'all
with
keep
that
going.
meme, Queen, you're doing great, and keep killing it flawlessly, something like that. Remember, she's like a mother, so that's kind of her brand. So this is great for her brand. What is Michelle Obama even doing on live right there? Like, is this her show or something?
So as far as I know, I don't know exactly what she does, but she goes to different areas of the U.S. and talks and speaks to little girls. So I know that. So that might be why she was talking to Zaya.
Oh, okay, like a digital version, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure she'll have more. I'm sure she does a lot of charity and.
Oh, definitely.
Politics.
I'm pretty sure.
It's politics.
Yeah.
She has to do charity and stuff.
Sorry, people keep saying that I've added this bot to the chat, and people keep saying that the bot is like wearing them out. So I'm trying to delete the bot because this bot plays no games. This bot plays no games, and she starts clearing the girls out.
What?
But she's not in here, so I don't know why you're getting blocked or getting timed out. I got rid of the bot, so it's gone. So the moderators might be timing you out. But yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, but I had this bot in here, and this bot plays no games. But okay, so let's keep it moving. What is the other? Where are we at? Let's get off of this. Okay, boom. Let's get to the other topic that we had. Okay, this was an interesting one for me. Let's get here, because this is like a double-sided kind of thing. So Washington football team will replace cheerleaders with a co-ed dance team. The Washington football team has scrapped its cheerleading program after many accusations of sexual harassment from the women on the squad, which will be replaced with a co-ed dance team next season. The cheerleading group, founded in 1962 as the Red Skinettes, called itself the First Ladies of Football and was the longest running cheerleading team in the National Football League. Petra Pope, a former manager of the NBA Lakers girls dance team, was hired this week to overhaul the Washington team's game day entertainment. In an interview on Wednesday, Pope said she wanted to create a more diverse and athletic team and move away from traditional all-female cheerleaders wearing short skirts and waving pom-poms. This will be an all-inclusive, diverse, super athletic team. Pope said, "We're looking at everything. These dancers will be highly respected for their skill." Okay, meaning they're going to be adding some men. Some other NFL teams, such as the Los Angeles Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, and the New Orleans Saints, already have dance squads that include men. Okay, the former cheerleaders can try out for the new dance squad, which will most likely be made up of 36 men and women. Okay, Pope said, adding that she would not know how many men would join the team until auditions were completed in the up and coming weeks. Okay, so basically, do y'all agree with men being cheerleaders now, or cheerleaders being scrapped, and now we're including men in this dance squad? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think that men are needed in certain positions when cheerleading, like holding them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. The base.
But as far the base, yeah. But as far as like a whole, I think I'd rather see my females. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see females. Don't change it. You know what I'm saying?
I think my issue is when they begin to change the outfits. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you change the outfits, now you're restricting. You're restricting some women from being able to dress like that. It should be an option. Don't restrict it. It should be an option, because I believe they are changing the outfits too. You know?
Yeah, they're changing the outfits too. They're getting rid of the pom-poms and the short skirts. It's going to be like a dance type of, like, it's not cheerleading anymore. It's going to be like a dance squad. I personally feel like you guys all said, men for stunts, but I don't even know if I've seen a lot of men on the football field. I want to see the pretty girl cheerleading.
It's not fair. They don't have men in the football fields, but they have men doing hard back-breaking work through high school and college. Have you not seen the cheerleading community? Men are up and through it and need it, and they're stars and great and fabulous and amazing. Men in cheerleading would be great. Keep the short skirts, give the men long pants. It would be great.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
stars.
I'm with that.
Have you not
I'm with that.
seen the men? Look
Yeah,
on Netflix Cheer, whatever. It's amazing. These men are so talented.
Here's my thing.
Ooh.
I'm here for it, but I don't want to see. I don't give a damn if we have the men or not. I don't want to see 5 men and 2 women dancing. I don't want to see. I don't want to see an overhaul of men.
But
I want to see women.
Majority women.
I feel like it should be truly kind of like what you're saying, truly mixed. Like if you're gonna make it co-ed, make it co-ed, but make the outfits optional. Like if you want to wear a skirt, you should be able to wear a skirt, because then you're restricting people from still being themselves. They want to be traditional, wear a skirt, cool. You know,
it's co-ed up until like the professional level, and I don't think that's fair. It's like,
yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, I get that too.
I do
And then,
too.
and I think some of them even have scholarships, and then it's like, okay, what's the, it's like nothing. At least some of the girls get to go off to professional teams if they can make it. It's hard work. Oh my god.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on
For
that.
the girls
I agree.
I'm talking to, yeah, it's hard just to even to be in those teams. It's hard work. So they should definitely get a choice, because they put a lot of work in. If they want to wear a skirt, but they also have to look in sync too. So it can't look sloppy, I think too.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
But
just
then
make
they
sure
go-
the colors match.
They have on shirts, sweatpants, and
Well, I mean, you can make
you
it.
know?
You can make it work, because didn't Destiny's Child, when Beyonce's mama was making the outfits, it was the same. It was the same style, but
It was
different
cohesive.
variations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
So if you can
cohesive.
do it like that, you good.
But okay, so but keep in mind. So again, this adds to the question. Are we trying to take away things that are, designed for women and just move men into their spaces? Like, do women get anything anymore?
they do.
Or should a men be able to have anything a woman can have? Just you know what I mean? Like,
I think both genders still have both separate things. I mean,
I kind of feel like the lines are starting to get very blurred, and
They are
men
starting to
are
get
moving
blurred.
into a lot of spaces where women should just have their own space. I'm not with men being in every space, and that a woman occupies.
But to be fair, women are able to blur the lines. There are a lot of lesbians and a lot of studs that can easily transition back to being straight, and nobody would say anything. Whereas with men, that's a problem.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the line's already blurred, but it's more skewed towards the feminine as opposed to the masculine. Now that it is, it's kind of out there.
Okay, but let's keep going. So that's that one, and then we got okay. Now this is the biggest one.
The big one.
Mississippi State House passes bill to ban transgender athletes from girls and women's sports. We don't have to go into the article. We know what that means. Should a transgender woman be able to play on an all-girls basketball team, or an all-girls wrestling team, or an all-girls baseball team, or all-girls swim team? Should transgender women be able to play sports with girls or women, or cisgender women?
I feel with certain requirements, rather, because I feel like there's some transgenders who do start young and they do like lose their men muscle mass and stuff. So they do have the capacity of like a woman. They don't have the strength of a man anymore, stuff like that. But there are certain situations to where a lot of people aren't on hormones, and a lot of stuff that goes into being transgender and actually making up your physical capabilities. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it really just differs from like person to person. But I think not necessarily that. I think it should probably just be like certain requirements, or like certain things that you should.
Certain weight requirements. So there should be a lot of testing to see if you.
I agree with what you're saying.
Category of women, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think what we're looking for though is like a hormone test. I feel like you should do a hormone test. If your levels match that of a woman, then sure, you can be in. That's how I feel about
however
that.
they really want to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's see. Zaya Wade, could you see if she wanted to go and play girls basketball? Would you think that Zaya Wade should be able to play girls basketball in high school?
I don't think it should be about the look though. I think it should physically. Like,
no, I'm just saying we're just saying using her. Like, she's soft, she's small, she's like, I'm just saying like a transgender like that in high school. Because I think when a lot of people think transgender, playing sports, they think of this big burly man
like Wonder Woman
that just throws a wig on. So like, let's take that look out of it. Let's think high school basketball team. You know, Zaya Wade wants to play basketball on the girls' team.
They're saying males are more athletically gifted. You know, naturally. You know, not really because they're big, but because you just have certain things that make you more.
I mean, testosterone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Sean, so should the transgenders, yes, it's a yes or no. Let's do a yes or no. Do you think the transgenders should be able to play on, you know, girls and women's sports teams? Yes or no?
The answer is somewhere in the middle. So I think
I said, if you said yes or no, I think yes.
It's a yes or no.
Yes, but you have to test the levels, and it can't be for everyone. If you just became trans yesterday, or if you just started expressing your gender on the outside.
Stop.
See, this is gonna rhyme, but yes, take the hormone test. Yes, take the hormone test.
Yeah,
we good.
Hormone test.
Whatever it is, whether it's physical, I think it's
so the
physical
levels
and hormonally too.
Oh, kind of like the army, like PE or something like that. Like
whatever.
Like
but
a test, like a physics test.
If you just started taking hormones yesterday, like okay, obviously no, or like last. I mean, you know what I mean? And it depends on how old you are and when you started. I think too, right? I mean,
but that'll show up on the levels. That'll show up on the levels. You know,
maybe they can get
requirements depending on the requirements.
I say no because I just feel like the transgender experience is so confusing right now, and because anybody can get in, like you guys are saying, like take this test. But if we're just doing a yes or no, I'm saying no because it's too confusing, and then because there's going to be so many people saying I don't have the resources for the test. They're not giving me the test, but I still should be able to play on the team. And it's just like, I just don't feel like that becomes fair because it's just like anybody can we don't even really truly understand at this day what transgender means because there's some people that are just throwing a wig and all of a sudden you're trans. Is that trans?
Look.
You know what I mean?
It depends on what they
that's
feel.
stage one. That's stage
so we could but because yes, exactly. So it's a feeling. So like at this moment, you know, I could feel trans. So do I get to go play on a women's
right now?
Right now, I don't, and
we would accept you.
And so immediately I get to go play on the girls' basketball team.
But maybe some trans people have naturally more estrogen inside them naturally.
Let's be real.
No, but if we tested you, it would be a no.
Okay,
right.
Okay. You tested me, and then so let's say it was whatever the test was, but I looked away. I looked like this. And I'm on the girls. I'm a woman. This is bullshit.
If you are up to the same physical capabilities to the rest of your peers that's on the team.
But that's why the answer's in the middle, though, because obviously, if
I don't know, Chad.
I agree. The answer's in the middle.
It's in the middle.
But if my 10-year-old brother
the answer could not be in the middle because it's either yes or no. Can you play or can you? They can't say, well, we don't know. It's in the middle if you can play or not. Bitch, are you playing or you're not?
I mean, but don't you get a physical anyway before you're allowed to play in sports? It would be similar to that. It would just be an additional requirement.
Right.
I feel like that would be a good answer, but it's yes. You don't want to restrict people from being able to do that. Test the level and see if it equals.
It's going to be a learning curve.
Yeah.
It's going to be a learning curve with these things in our society. So, yeah, test the levels and try it out. Mm-hmm. Some girls might get
Hold on. Okay, so here's what some people are saying. This is what I will sign our bill to protect young girls from being forced to compete with biologicals men for athletic opportunities. It is crazy. We have to address it, but the Biden forced this issue. Adults, that's on them. But the push for kids to adopt transgenderism is wrong. What do you guys feel about that?
I don't think there's a push for kids to adopt it. I think there's a push for everyone to just accept it as people who exist.
Yeah, I mean, it is life though. They're going to experience it eventually anyway.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are saying, Reeves went on to later say, I guess it's some type of politician dude, I don't know. It is so disappointed over President Biden's action to force young girls like them to compete with biological males for access to athletics, as he believes it will limit opportunities for so many competitors like my daughter. So they feel like girls won't have a fair chance.
They wouldn't if their levels are too high in testosterone.
Exactly.
You know, or if they or if they just started taking it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you start at a certain age.
I think that's coming from people that haven't been around someone that has that experience or really educated themselves.
Right,
Because a lot of politicians, that's why we have that label LGBTQ plus. Like I feel like they put all of the people that aren't traditional in a box, and they don't really sit down and dig deep and investigate and figure out what the culture is like, how they behave, how they move. Like when you understand that, I feel like that's when you'll really be able to make an effective bill that can help everyone, not just one side, because that's obviously bias.
Okay, so here's what we'd like to do, because we got about 10 to 15 more minutes. If anybody wants to come on and chime in, we will share the link so you guys can come on and give your opinions on some of the things that we've talked about. Hold on, let me see. Now, so now I want to go through and ask you guys all one question, the bigger question of the day. Do you think there is a push for men to erase the women? We'll start with Miles, then we'll go Sean, then we'll go Jalon, then I'll answer.
I still believe the future is non-binary, and in the future, it's just blurred lines everywhere. We got to get used to it. I think there's a push, and sometimes that push, to me, the real agenda is distracting us in semantics and bickering back and forth with each other, like ants and stuff like that. But but I do believe in the future it's just going to be non-binary blurred lines. But I also believe, though I'm a non-binary male, I identify with being in a physical male body. I feel like I have a stronger feminine energy, but I embrace my masculine side too. And I also am aware of the abilities of knowing, you're in a male body and the, pros that come with that. And I embrace those things. So though I am non-binary, I embrace my physical body, knowing that it's just a spacesuit. And that's what I think.
Okay. Sean?
So I feel like there's definitely a little bit of a push, but I feel like the push is coming from those that are actually being able to grow up in an environment where they can become who they are. I work with kids, so I see a lot of kids that are non-binary now. And so those kids are obviously going to grow up to carry themselves that way, which is going to promote a population like that. So I feel like it is a little bit of natural movement, because that's the way the world is becoming, whether we like it or not. It's just an opinion. The fact is, we are going to be very well blended, and we are going to be many different. Look at, I believe India is one of those countries that's very fluid. We're going to get to that point where we are fluid just because our kids are becoming that way. So yes, there is a little bit of a push, but it's coming from where we're going.
But the bigger question is, why are we going that way?
I believe
because it's been an influence. It's been a push from the beginning for us to go that way.
Well, an escalation of acceptance. I feel like it's an escalation of us beginning to accept people having certain things that they suppress. Like once you accept, okay, maybe I do want to wear a wig. Maybe I do feel like a woman on the inside. Starting to express that and having people to be more open to that, people just kind of become themselves. We didn't have that back in the day.
I feel like it is slightly a push, but I do think it's a bit of a resistance as well. So it kind of just like
they're pushing so
keeps
many
it pretty
things
level.
on us.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's resistance as well, though. So I mean, it's about leveled out to me. You know what I'm saying?
This isn't the only thing they pushed on us. Sorry, Jaylon. I talked to her.
You good? No, you straight. I'm just saying. I feel like
you gotta elaborate.
I feel like it's resistance as well too. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, so elaborate on that, because that you didn't.
As far as like, I mean, there's people who do think so. You know what I'm saying? There's people who obviously don't. Just as many people who want there to be like a new age of, you know what I'm saying, femininity and embracing yourself. There's a whole group of people who don't want that shit, like you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I'm not straight up. I'm just saying. Like,
okay. So
like
what do you? Okay, so let me ask you this:
resistance.
what do you think is the push? Where's the push? Where do you see the push?
The push is coming from the like people, the people who are experiencing, going through those situations, who are the main people. That's where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people of power kind of get pressured into making certain changes, And I think, like I said, it's just as much resistance as there is push. So I think it's pretty even to me.
I just feel like I'm gay, and I'm probably as gay as it comes. I like being gay. I like being in between. I like being a butch queen. I like being feminine. I like being masculine. I like all of those things. However, I do understand. I don't want I don't like living in Atlanta. You know why I don't like living in Atlanta? It's too many black people in Atlanta. Not that I don't like black people, but I like to see Chinese people, even though they get on my nerves sometimes. I like to see white people. I like to see Indian people. I like to see Mexicans. You know, I don't want to see a whole state of Mexicans. That's too much for me. But I don't like too much of one thing, and I don't want to see a bunch of men being women. I like to see women be women. I don't want to see a bunch of men with wigs. I don't want to see a bunch of men with beards dressing in skirts. I don't want to see a bunch of men doing women shit and I don't even like a big ass football playing bitch. I don't like that. I don't like a bunch of strong ass women. Right? But I feel like it gets to a point where how can I be mad when the women feel like they got to be the police officer, the army vet, when all the men want to be wearing dresses and skirts and soft and feminine and wear makeup. So the women got to go.
Men want to do that. That's crazy. I think most men want to be masculine males. Like especially straight men, they want to be masculine males.
But I feel like, okay, not all men, but I feel like we're opening things up where men, well, you know what? I'm going to say it's leading to all men, because now we're getting to the point where the lines are, you got men online, straight men online, clapping their butt cheeks in a circle for each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of weird shit going on. It's a lot of agenda pushing, and I just feel like it's moving more so like, let men just be everything. Let men be the women. Let men be the men. Let men just take over. And I'm not with it.
The agenda is to distract us from things that could be more important conversations, like life-changing things for all people, you know, that I don't want to get into. But I think that's what the agenda is. It's not really so much them embracing their feminine side.
I think the agenda is them being themselves.
Gayish things. To me, the agenda is just this whole conversation just kind of clouding other important conversations. Like, I heard lots of people are mad at Biden. It's not just this person. Like,
and that whole be themselves thing. That's why it's very important what they're doing in China, because that whole I want to be yourself and do because sometimes you don't know what yourself is. Like Michelle Obama told Zaya Wade, you don't know what yourself really is. But you know But because here's the thing, you're being influenced even when you're online looking at these men. You think that's the cool thing. That's what's on TV. That's what's being celebrated. Look at the men, mommy, wearing a wig and a dress, and it's fun. And listen. There are some people who naturally feel this way, but there's other people that think, well, let me try it. That's what everybody's doing now. So why can't we teach men to be men either?
My question is, how can you tell the difference? How can you tell the difference? How can you tell the difference? No. How can you tell the difference? Because if you set up structures like that, you're going to suppress boys that really are meant to be that way.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
So you gotta
no one can suppress me.
No one can suppress you.
That's you.
But people. But listen, if you're gay, you're gonna end up coming out regardless.
Everybody doesn't.
They're not cutting off the TV. No. They're not cutting off the promotion. They're saying the celebrities are out here doing this. We're going to teach this. It's like our people with BBLs. They should be teaching what BBL is. It's a phenomenon. It should be in textbooks. They should be teaching kids about BBLs too. They're just
this is what confuses me. Why is it okay to put all this femininity out there and that's acceptance, but it's not okay to show masculinity? Oh, now all of a sudden that's suppression.
All there is. What do you mean?
That's not.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's a masculine society.
That comes from the quote, "It's a man's world." That's that simple. That quote is old. It is as old as dust. And that's where it comes from. It's because men rule the world. They do.
Men rule the world and build the world and all that stuff. So they're trying to balance society. It. And if it was a matriarchal society, cool, that would be awesome. But men would still be doing everything. You know what I mean? So it is a man's world, but there's still healthy things in masculinity. And popular culture today is kind of trying to do away with masculinity.
Yeah,
so
they are.
I think, but
there's nothing wrong with China bringing more like athletic, masculine teachers into, into PE in class. Like, there's nothing wrong with having that representation. I don't understand why you guys feel some type of way about that.
Because they're forcing on everybody. It's
been forced. It's been forced. You don't need to reinforce it. It's a balancing. It's a balancing, a yin and a yang. You're balancing it out.
It's not an
because you're gonna end up suppressing people. I know for both of you guys may have been strong in yourselves, but there are some people that will hide and crumble underneath that kind of pressure. Yeah,
it's not like they're saying y'all.
What pressure is it? What pressure?
The pressure to be
masculine.
The pressure to be masculine.
But the thing, okay, if we go to a class and we get some big bodybuilder person teaching us something, that's not pressuring you to be masculine. That's just showing you that men look like this too, and this is how men carry themselves.
Okay,
like,
so why
is that a problem?
Why can't it be optional? Why can't it be optional? Why got to be forced on everyone?
There
are textbooks.
That's where it's fucked up at. That's where it's fucked up.
But if we don't balance it out, we're going to have toxic masculinity and toxic femininity because there's a balance of both. You need to have them both in order to coexist. You've even said that yourself in previous episodes. You have to have that balance.
But that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm embracing masculinity right now, because I was embracing femininity then. I embrace masculinity too. It's an important thing. Without one, there's no the other. Yes, I understand that.
So we're on an extreme right now, but in order for it to balance out,
they didn't say anything they're really going to do. What are they going to do?
It's a man's world. They did say what they wanted to do. It's all over the screen. I'm telling you. It is.
What are they going to do? Electroshock therapy?
That's not what they're going to do. That's not what the article is about. The article is about masculine structuring. We have enough of that. We have enough of it.
What do you mean we have enough of it? We can have both.
Okay, so did you not grow up in a masculine society? When you were born, did people not expect you to be a boy physically and on the inside? Yes. They did, but you got to choose who you were. When you put those kinds of classes out, people don't get to choose who they are.
I don't agree.
What?
This is
information.
This is just information. Okay, let's read it.
I'm waiting for the big boom. Are they like putting a needle in their eye or something?
It's information. It's information based off of what they're trying. That's what they're trying to do.
Why not have a feminine class?
They don't need a fucking feminine class.
Why do they need a masculine class?
Listen, listen, the feminine classes, every time you pick up your social media, you're looking at your favorite celebrities in China. The men are wearing skirts, dresses, and lashes. They're the feminine classes every day you wake up.
From day one, since you came out, you still expected to be a certain way.
But we're ripping, but but we just talked about it. Sean just said it. Whether you want to like it or not, we're becoming a more, inclusive and diverse. We're changing. It's changing. So people see that it's changing, but people want you to still understand you do have an option to still be masculine if you like. Like you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to be this divine feminine being.
We already have that. It's encouraging a balance. Normally, before we get to a place where we're balanced, we got to experience both sides. We've experienced toxic masculinity since the beginning of time. Now we're going into more feminine, but we're going to get to the balance. But we have to get through this process where we embrace femininity. And that's what's happening right now. To resist it would be stupid because we're going to end up that.
You can still embrace femininity and masculinity at the same time. That's what you're supposed to do.
I get what you're saying, but you have to go through a process with it first. Some people don't just
the process, but
so
it's not like we can just knock out all femininity to embrace. All masculine. We can't just knock out all masculinity to embrace femininity.
Of course not.
So we're gonna throw off balance just to embrace one?
That's something from within, not something that you need to be taught. Like what do you
exactly,
mean? Just like your femininity, it's from within.
Right? They're teaching. If they want to teach kids healthy masculine traits, I don't see the problem.
Me neither.
But those traits, those traits are inherent in people. Those traits are inherent. No.
That help move you through the world.
Those traits are inherent in people. There are masculine traits in women.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you can harness your healthy masculine traits, and it helps move you through the world.
But
you just need a feminine all the time.
You don't need a class on that. You don't need a class on that.
Why not? Maybe as a young kid, you might need there's okay. So let's read this. Okay, and I'm gonna read it. In their efforts to make boys more manly, this is what Hollywood wrote. This is what Hollywood Unlocked wrote. Okay, and their efforts to make boys more manly and decrease effeminacy, China proposes extra physical education classes and educating its boys on masculinity amid advanced change of traditional gender roles, which the state claims threatens China's survival and development. Okay, China's education ministry is making headlines after suggesting young Chinese men have become too feminine, blaming China's male celebrities and influence with their proposal to prevent the feminization of male adolescents. The ministry calls on schools to fully reform their curriculums on physical education and to better screen their teachers. They suggest recruiting retired athletes and those with sporting backgrounds to cultivate students' masculinity.
It's toxic.
Thank you.
It's toxic. It's toxic. I read through it. It's toxic. Like, we don't need a class on that. If you're going to create kind of like what Jaylon was saying, if you're going to create some kind of class, then you need to create a feminine class. Let's have them go through both.
And even if they do have a feminine class, how about they shove it down our throats? Like
they might already have a feminine class. I mean,
they're not shoving it down their throats, so they're not giving it to the men.
But if they do, make them go through both and then let them figure out what they want to do with it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm with that, but I mean, it's just it's still
like, I feel like that would be a good, because that's not
equal. If you're gonna force the masculine classes down our throat, force the feminine classes down their throats too. Have them pick which one they like.
Right.
That's
Kelly,
fine.
are you here?
I feel like that's fair.
What's up, Kelly?
That's fine.
Come on, Kelly. Go on once or go on twice. All right, bye, Kelly. You're not ready. Does anybody else want to come on?
But you're saying that means that there's something to learn from a masculinity class that can be beneficial. So yes, they should have a femininity class, but the masculinity class can
if
be
you're going to get one, you
beneficial.
might as well even it out.
Get both, so that you can have your own.
Yes, but the masculinity class will be beneficial.
Just like a femininity class, make sure you include it.
Exactly. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be beneficial as together, not just one.
Oh, child. Well, we don't got no more people on here, so if nobody wants to come on, we actually did. We did a solid hour.
We did.
Yeah. So yeah, this is. I mean, I guess we're gonna agree to disagree on this last subject. Because I don't feel like all these men should be walking around, looking like Saucy Santana, bitch, in 5 years. I don't want to see a world of Saucy Santana, bitch.
Like
I would have never been like that, even if I was influenced. If that was in front of my face as a kid, I still would have never wanted.
Let's go.
That.
This is what you guys want. This is what you want the men to look like in the restaurant.
No. We're taking it to the extreme.
Oh, this is real. This is what you know.
I'm guessing.
I'm just not about to act like masculinity as its own is unhealthy, because that's what it's
y'all saying. Y'all play.
I like Santana. This is
I love Saucy.
Negative tone to it.
Come on.
I don't want to.
Saucy.
I love Saucy Santana, but I don't want my. Everybody don't need to give that.
Okay, but at the same
everybody
time,
doesn't. But if you relate, to
right?
That, why not?
But weren't there men around him? Wasn't he raised around men? I'm pretty sure he was. He just decided to pick some feminine traits.
Damn drug dealer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Know what I'm saying?
So he still was able to express his femininity.
Before there was Saucy Santana, there was Derek J.
Oh,
that's just the wrong representation.
No, why?
No, you're right. You're right.
No,
this guy looks like me. That's not
your play.
That's why.
Next, you finna pull up EJ. Like, you playing.
Come on, Armand. That represents me.
You're saying it can't.
No. I mean, if I wanted to embrace it, that it could be, but that's my personal choice to, and I didn't choose to. You got to let people choose.
And the only reason why
it's
I'm saying this
to it, though.
But if it's in popular culture, you could still choose because you see it.
And here's what I'm saying. This is going for. This is what I'm saying. These are the people that get celebrated. These are the people whose music get pushed. When we start talking about entertainment and industry stuff, individuals like you and us over here, we don't get the forefront opportunities. We don't get the influx of the follower. We don't get those big moments. Why? Because it's not given that. So when we start giving the extra shit, that's what gets blown up and highlighted. So these other people coming behind, they feel like they need to give that to be seen. And that's my whole thing. Like, this is what gets highlighted. Look at this man in this skirt. Look at this man in this wig. This is what success looks like. Do this. You'll get followers. Y'all gonna stop playing.
Throw some lip gloss on and you good. It's gonna bump you up the ladder.
Y'all are trying it. Like y'all don't know the best.
It's not the lip gloss. It's more than just lip gloss. You know it.
Okay, lipstick. Let's do that. How about that?
Yeah, that.
But I'm going. They say I'm going to hell in a handbasket anyway. Somebody got to be the fucking devil's advocate. I mean, I love all people, but I'm just saying that's the whole reason why I created, the boys chat, because, bitch, I want, like, no, listen, there are, like, you can be like us, regular, and that's okay. You know what I mean? You don't have to be fucking, I don't know. You don't have to wear a bunch of fucking makeup and wear women's clothing.
Towards that, because there's going to be more people that do the normal thing, because more people are going to want to fit in. So I'm indifferent towards that. I think no matter what they push, people are going to want to do the normal thing. I mean, if more people do it, that's on them. So I'm really indifferent towards that. I mean, do what you want to do, wear makeup, do whatever. I mean, but as far as masculinity goes, there's healthy traits with masculinity.
Yeah, and I feel like if we, and I guess going back to that point, we highlight a lot of femininity. So why can't we bring it back to say, men can be men? And it doesn't have to be a toxic thing like, oh, anybody who's not, masculine first is like, should be fucking stoned or killed. It's just like, no, you can still introduce like, boys being dope boys, like, like, okay. Like, why, I don't know. I just feel like there's such a highlight on the feminine man.
Femininity is being highlighted in our world right now.
I'm not gonna keep going with it because
I don't agree, but I'm gonna stop too. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna stop.
I mean, it's nothing to agree with. They're doing it, so
yeah.
It's just
we're gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just what it is.
Okay, so listen. Yeah, so that's that on that. If anybody wants to come through. And they said Yarmon thinks he's giving hardcore masculine. I never said that, you dumb bitch. Stupid. Because they be so stupid. They be so fucking dumb, you stupid bitch. Now, it's so stupid. Hey.
Oh, that's the video.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
That connection sound bad.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to join because nobody else was joining. So I just was kind of confused why feminine. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Well, thank you for joining me. I was just kind of confused on why femininity, or however you say that word, should be pushed more. Like, I understand that it was toxic to have masculinity be pushed, and I know that's kind of being pushed down to more feminine. But I feel like, as a person, like, you're gonna choose either way if you want to be feminine or masculine. So I feel like if we do push femininity, like, I can't even say that word, it would be bad, just in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I agree. That's, I just think there is. I don't think it's in a class, but I don't think there's in a class format. But I'm not going to sit here and act like a femininity agenda is not being pushed, because it is. It's just not done in a class. It's done on fucking social media. It's done with pop stars and influencers. We're in the age of the influencer. So it's about your Instagram. It's about what's being propped up and what's being sold. So it's definitely being pushed. It's just not in a classroom setting. And everybody knows when people are in class, 9 times out of 10, they're on their phone. So, I agree.
It's not about agreeing.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Alex, go ahead.
Hey.
What's up, Alex?
Can I tell y'all my theory?
Yeah.
What's up? I'm scared.
Don't be scared. I feel like after a while, like, the men they're gonna enslave all the women, and then they're gonna take our wombs, and then they're gonna put them in
Okay, you tried that.
It's a theory.
You don't see it? I saw it I just saw it like a vision one day.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but don't worry, don't fear it. That's not gonna happen. I understand maybe from your perspective why you might be scared of that happening, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
Men love women.
Yeah, that sounds ignorant. Everybody's taking your fucking
Men love
room.
women.
Ooh.
Ray Sean.
Ray
She at work?
Sean,
She said,
yeah.
She seems like she at work. She's trying
Baby,
to.
that's Kiki Palmer.
Yes. She said,
Okay.
hold up.
We
Keep
love
it
it.
up.
Listen, she had to get in here, bro. But she still had to get
Yes.
into her. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Period.
I love that.
Oh.
She said, "Be right with you."
Hey.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we don't got that much time, child. But listen, today was another legendary show.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Any final thoughts?
I voiced my opinion, so I'm good. You know,
I
I'm
think
not gonna
people should be able to
dead horse.
have the right to be themselves. That's all. I just think people should have the right to be completely themselves without any outside influence unless they relate to it. You know what I'm saying?
Outside influences or classes, but you know, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Be yourselves, people.
All the
That's
time,
all.
through all things, we still gotta know who we are with all the influences.
If you
around
relate,
us.
if you relate to it, then it's going to influence you. But if not, then so be it. Shit.
If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Let it fly.
Let it fly. That's it.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm with it. Yeah, I said what I said on the issue too, and you know, tomato. But I love this show, and I'm excited. So next week, we're gonna try to get another interesting conversation going because the conversations are getting more and more interesting every week.
Yeah.
So today was a good show. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming on, you know, coming back and being a part of this show, making it a fantastic show. I love each and every one of you guys for doing that. Shout out to all the subscribers watching. You guys know you guys can find me all of your social medias at the Armand Wiggins Show everywhere. And yeah, I'm out. I'm signing out. That's me.
Yeah, find me on it.
You already know. I'm done.
Same with me, Jelon. Follow me, PR, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. Just follow me. Get it.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at @IAM_Sean Christopher. I am Sean_Christopher. You can find me.
All right. And until next week, I want y'all to have a motherfucking legendary Sunday. Peace out.